Hello there, everybody. Good morning. And how are y'all today? Y'all doing good? Yeah? Hello out there in Love Streaming Land. Hello. And I am too far away, so I'm just going to move myself. Hey, I did a stretch. That feels real good. Everybody do. Let's stretch together. Let's wake up. Come on, wake up. And you can stand if you want to. Sit, stretch, move your leg out. Oh, yeah, so good to move. And welcome to Unity of Gaithersburg, everybody. I'm Reverend Edith Washington Woods. So grateful to be the senior minister. I got to stretch. You know, all I got to do is dance now, and everything will be all good. Yes. I want to welcome all of those out there in Love Streaming Land out in the balcony. The people in the balcony. You guys get it? Yeah. So hello. Hi. And if anybody wants to get online and welcome folks in, you can do that too. I'll do it in just a moment from my phone. Let us take a moment to bring ourselves in. We've already stretched, so now let's pray. All right? Okay. Taking that yummy breath in, breathing in, and gently breathing out. Breathing in, allowing that breath to just move in a very conscious way, knowing that it's moving through every cell of our body, giving us that sense of peace that surpasses all understanding. And from this space of peacefulness, this is where we pray from. God the good, that which is omnipotence, that which is omniscient, that which is presence here and now. We just allow ourselves to be immersed in that ocean of devotion. And we pray in this moment that each of us are able to have an experience of love, perhaps, an experience of being strong and standing in our truth. And we allow it to radiate out from us to everyone in this room, in our virtual spaces and places, in a way that it lifts up the whole planet. And so we give gratitude right now for affirming that truth, that peace is possible, for peace begins with us. In this moment as we pray and throughout the day, and so it is. Amen. And now, if you want to get up and dance a little more, we have one of my favorite songs written by Reverend Dale Worley, one of my good friends, Alive with the Spirit of God. I promise you, it's one to dance with. You might want to stand, okay? All right.
Here we go. 1, 2.
Good morning, everyone. We are live with the Spirit of God. I am alive with the Spirit of God. I am alive with the Spirit of God. Join in if you want. I am alive with the Spirit of God. I am alive with the Spirit of God. I am alive, y'all. Alive with the Spirit of God. I am 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 alive, y'all. Alive with the Spirit of God. Yes, I am alive with the Spirit of God. I am alive with the Spirit of God. I am alive with the Spirit of God. I am alive with the I am alive with the Spirit of God. 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 I am alive, y'all. Alive with the Spirit of God. Let's hear you sing. I am alive, y'all. Alive with the Spirit of God. Oh yeah, I am alive, y'all. Alive with the Spirit of God. Last time. I am alive, y'all. Alive with the Spirit of God. One more time. Here we go. I am alive, y'all. Alive with the Spirit of God. Woo. That was so much fun.
I'm Edie with your transformational opportunities. The first of which is birthdays and anniversaries, and Rev Edith will come up and share the birthdays and anniversaries.
Anybody out there, February, birthdays, anniversaries? Stand, yes, raise the roof. Uh-oh, we got a whole bunch of them out there. Hello. Let's sing a little happy birthday song to them. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday. Okay, and then, so the board is affirming a wonderful member every month. And our member of the month, this month, February, is Neil Peacock. Hello, Neil. Hey. Oh, my God. Been here forever and a day, right? Way longer than me. And we just really want to affirm you and just heart, love, joy, and happiness. Yes?
Thank you.
Yes, thank you. And you'll say a little bit more?
Neil goes way back.
Way back.
Way back.
Way
He and
back.
I were I think we were in the same membership class back in
Wow.
1993 or 1990 something, like way back.
89, 90.
Wow.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you're even older than me.
Yeah.
I still wish I looked like the picture on the screen, but you know. Anyway, I'm grateful to be here and to have served for all the years that I have here, and I love you all so much, and I love this place so much. So thank you.
Yes. Yep. And read our weekly newsletter. He's featured all month, so if you miss one week, you can catch up on it and see a lot of the wonderful things that Neil has done over the years. That's it. Okay.
14, prosperity, woohoo!
Thank you. Hey, y'all. I am a spiritual being living in a spiritual universe governed by spiritual law. Can you repeat that with me? I am a spiritual being living in a spiritual universe governed by spiritual law. We all know one of those laws, right? Thoughts held in mind produce in the outer after their kind. That's a unity principle that we learn all the time. What we think, believe, say is what we create. Positive creates positive outcomes. Worry, negativity creates negative outcomes. Tithing is another spiritual law. When you give 10% to people and places that feed you spiritually, you receive 100% in return. It's a spiritual law. I didn't know about the spiritual law. I first found out about it when I was just new to Unity, and I had just lost a job. I had left a really good company and job for another company that was paying more and a better title, all ego reasons. And then after 3 months, I was laid off, and I started coming to Unity, and I heard about tithing from a woman, Edwene Gaines, and she went from nothing to becoming a millionaire through tithing, she said. So I was like, what do I have to lose? I've got nothing right now. And I started tithing as an experiment. And then Unity brought in the 4T class. And at the end of the 12 weeks, I created my own business and had my first client using spiritual law, using all of the techniques taught to me in the 4T class. What I love about the 4T class, it's a money-back guarantee. If you are not satisfied by the end of the 12 weeks, you get your full tithe refunded. The only requirement is, for those 12 weeks to tithe. So, tithing, money is energy. What we believe about money, do we worship it? Are we afraid of it? Do we hoard it? Our relationship with money is really energy, and this class helps you change your belief around your relationship with money. But it's not just money. I took this class a second time, and I created my husband. And what I really mean is I created the opportunity to meet my husband. These principles are for bringing prosperity to all areas of your life. It's just not money, but it does teach you this spiritual law and many of the other spiritual laws like forgiveness and taking action. It's a very powerful class. I've taught it dozens of times. I see amazing changes in people. So what I invite you to do what I did. Do it as an experiment. It's a money-back guarantee if you're not satisfied at the end. If you change your mind, you will change your life. And I guarantee you, you will find changes in your life. You'll be more peaceful. You'll be more connected to the universe. It's a really great opportunity. So come join us for the adventure. It's going to be Sundays, beginning February 18th, starting at 1:30. Bring your lunch after services. Hang out. Let's eat lunch. You can maybe go get lunch. And there's a $50 fee for the materials. If you really want to take this class and you cannot afford the $50, come see us. There are people that have the materials that we can loan to you. Don't let that stand in your way. So come join the adventure, and hopefully I'll see you on February 18th.
This is a wonderful class. Kevin and I have taken it a couple times, and it's amazing. All right, Winter Clothing Drive. The Caring Cottage is doing their Winter Clothing Drive for the International Rescue Committee of Silver Spring. So bring your gently used or new clean hats, gloves, scarves, sweaters, snow pants, all kinds of warm stuff for people to bundle up. So the bin is out in the lobby, and thank you for your generosity. You guys have always been very generous with the Caring Cottage drives, and so thank you again. And now, Tai Chi classes. I already signed up. I hope some of you did. Our wonderful Anne. Where are you, Anne? Anne's right there. Anne's teaching Tai Chi. Starting next week, we have an introductory class. And then the actual class will start the following week for 12 weeks. Tai Chi, our spiritual practice is also in our bodies. And this is a spiritual practice using our bodies, really getting in touch with our energy. And so I highly recommend that you sign up. And then we have some free booklets, which they're wonderful. The first is From Black Church to New Thought, and Rev Edith and Akoso both have articles in this. I highly encourage you to get one. They're out in the lobby. And believe it or not, Lent starts next week. It's hard to believe. Time is flying, isn't it? And so we have our wonderful Lenten booklet that you can use in your prayer time during Lent. And let's remember that our foundation here is prayer. And we have a prayer box right there. So anything you want to pray for, any person you want to pray for, please use the prayer box. And Sharon is our prayer chaplain today, and she would love to pray with you in our little prayer corner in the back. If you have a prayer request online, you can send it to our email on our website. We have a little link where you can send us an email, and we'll send you a prayer email back. So remember that prayer is always available to you in this wonderful community. And now it's time for our daily word, and for that, Akoso will come up, followed by Jonathan, who will share the daily word in Spanish. Oh, and Elizabeth reminds us there is a sign-up sheet for 4T in the lobby.
Good morning. Here is the daily word for Sunday, February 4th, 2024. You said time was flying. The word for today is joy. The affirmation is, joy is mine through all the seasons of life. Throughout my life, joy is always a part of me. Like the sun that is always shining, even when obscured by the clouds, joy is there in my happiest moments and also during my darker times. It keeps me present to life as it unfolds, responsive and adaptive, accepting what I cannot change and having courage to change what I can. Much more than a feeling, joy is a part of me, a way to feel the presence of God and live from my spirituality. Joy is the anchor that keeps me rooted in peace and wholeness, and the wings that help me soar through the open skies of imagination and choice. My spiritual identity has its foundation in the divine idea of joy, and I carry it with me wherever I go and in everything I do. The Bible verse is from the book of Psalms, chapter 16, verse 11. You show me the path of life. In your presence, there is fullness of joy. So let's take a moment to reflect on the word for today, which is joy. Thank you. Jonathan?
El gozo me acompaña a lo largo de todas las etapas de mi vida. A lo largo de mi vida, el gozo ha sido parte de mi ser. Al igual que el sol brilla incluso cuando las nubes lo ocultan. El gozo está presente tanto en mis momentos felices como en los desafiantes. Observo la vida con gozo, adaptándome a ella, aceptando lo que no puedo cambiar y teniendo el valor de cambiar lo que puedo. Más que un sentimiento, el gozo es una manera de experimentar la presencia de Dios y vivir desde mi espiritualidad. El gozo es el fundamento que me mantiene en equilibrio con paz y plenitud, y también a las alas que me impulsan a surcar los cielos de la imaginación y las posibilidades. Mi identidad espiritual se basa en la idea divina de gozo, el gozo, y la llevo conmigo donde quiera que voy y en todo lo que hago. Con tu presencia me llenas de alegría. Estando a tu lado, seré siempre dichoso. Salmo, capítulo 16, verso 11.
Can you grab that? This. I should probably take off my mask. Okay. Hey, so I have a book since it's Family Sunday, and today, and I'm going to invite, anyone whose children or children at heart to come up here with me. And the title of my book you can see on the screen is called I'm Stronger Than Anger. I know. Maybe we are, sometimes. And the author is Elizabeth Cole. She has graciously said I can read any of her books. Yay, yay, Elizabeth. Thank you, Miss Cole. And so this book is talking about anger. And here's what happens. So Nick went to the zoo with his parents, and he spotted a koala up in a tree. And he says to his mom, "Mom, I want that koala." But his mom said no and shook her head. "Honey, if this koala had a mom and dad, if we take it home, they would be sad." Well, Nick stomped and started to shout. He was angry and wanted to let it all out. "I want the koala," he said. He was about to blow. Oh, some of you don't know what I'm talking about. But for the last time, his mother said no. Then Nick felt his heart beating hard and fast like people have happen when they get angry. Look at him. He's so angry. Look at him. You ever been angry like that? Yeah, I know. I was probably like that yesterday. But Nick heard this noise, and it was a monkey. And the monkey told him that he needed to get rid of his anger by taking a deep breath. And he said, "Do that very slowly." The monkey said it. And here's the monkey right here showing him how to be calm and peaceful. And he was in the lotus position, hanging upside down from his tail. See that? Isn't that cute? That's so cute. Isn't that a monkey? So Nick took a breath, and he was still kind of upset. So what the monkey asked him to do didn't really work too much. And so then he was told that he should count from 1 to 10. So he tried to do that. And then he was told it might be good if he exercised. So he jumped up and down, and he did some squats, and he started to feel a little better. But he still didn't feel better. And then this is what happened. He noticed a parrot. And he noticed that the parrot was very, very angry. That he used the word furious. That's a big word, isn't it? And he asked the parrot, "Why are you so angry?" And the parrot said, because my sister is sleeping in my bed. Yeah, okay. And that was when the light bulb went off for Nick. He realized that maybe he needed to do something different. And that he could maybe write an apology letter. That's what the parrot told him he could do. So Nick tried all the various things that he was told by the animals. And yeah, that's not good. Okay. And then he noticed that in that moment he was starting to change. And he took a stand and said to his mom that maybe the koala bear needed to stay in the zoo. That maybe that was the best place for him. And Nick went and told his mom that she was sorry. And it says here that expressing your anger in some ways can be bad, but it upsets people and could make them mad. Don't allow your anger to ruin another's day. Express it safely in your own special way. That's what Nick did. That is the end. So, thank you, Youth and Family Ministry. Go have fun. And don't be angry. At least try not to. Count to 10, yeah.
I wish you strength to rise unafraid, like the morning sun, taking on the day. Because when you shine, you light up the place. So I wish you strength. I wish you faith that you'll overcome whatever you face until your journey's done. Beyond any words, as certain as grace, I wish you faith. I wish you could see the you that I see there at the edge of possibility. I pray that you find all that you need. I wish you peace that comes from within, a gentle release of all that might have been, like the stillness that waits between waking and sleep. I wish you peace. I wish you could see the you that I see there at the edge of possibility. I pray that you find all that you need. I wish you strength to rise unafraid, like the morning sun, taking on the day. Because when you shine, you light up the place. I wish you strength. I wish you faith. I wish you peace. I wish you strength.
Oh, wasn't that beautiful? Huh? Yeah. Sometimes our emotions can get the best of us, right? And sometimes it shows up in anger, like it did here. I'm stronger than anger. Sometimes it shows up as fear, like us being afraid of something. And they kind of go hand in hand, fear and anger. You know, sometimes we don't know which one it is we're having at any given time. And we probably could say that in the world today, it looks like a lot of fear is going on. And fear sometimes leads to fighting. And fighting then, and it's like one big affirmation, right? I'm afraid, I'm going to fight. I'm going to fight, and then I'm going to be afraid. And it just keeps happening like a spiral. In the book, Nick was angry because he wanted to take the koala bear home. Now, hey, I think koala bears are kind of cute. I don't think I want to take one home. I don't think they can be house trained. That's really the issue, isn't it? It's not that they're not cute little four-legged animals, but they're not like a dog or a cat. And so they need to just stay and do what they need to do, right? Poop, eat, poop. But I found it really interesting that the animals were the ones who were giving Nick examples of what to do. Yes? Like, you know, the one that was talking about, they'll say, relax and breathe deeply, and you must exercise to be calm. And then here comes the monkey of all animals, you know, like you must look like this. And the example was the monkey hanging from the tree, from his tail, and his legs in a lotus position. Look at the book after. It's just the weirdest thing. Like, why did Ms. Cole put the monkey hanging upside down in a tree? Yeah. I think that would be fun, though. But seeing that I don't have a tail that's long, we all have tails now, just, you know, we do. They said that they just didn't get developed in our own evolutionary process, so we don't have one hanging. But I think it would be a little bit fun to just have one for about 10 minutes to see what that would feel like to hang around. I look at my dog and I go, how do you, it's so happy and it's just whoop, 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 right? Anybody out here had dog, cats? They do that, don't they? They just did, and it just goes like it has a mind of its own sometimes. And yet, it's just not possible. We can't affirm that one. But I believe the animals were attempting to do something that we often are encouraged to do in unity, and that is to practice denials and affirmations. And that when Nick wasn't able to see, he wasn't able to see that he was stronger than his anger. And one of the old-time unity books out there, many of you who's been around a long time, the book Lessons in Truth, author Emily Cady wrote this. She said, "Denial is the first practical step toward wiping out of our minds the mistaken beliefs of a lifetime, the beliefs that have made such sad havoc in our lives." Now, even though Nick was given these suggestions from the other animals, it wasn't until he saw the parrot angry that he became willing to change. Like sometimes that's what happens with us, isn't it? It's when we see the mirror of someone else, oh, wow, they like that then we can turn the finger back on ourselves and say, oh, yeah, I've been angry like that. I've been judgmental like that. And I've heard that often when we see an emotion in someone else, it's just really saying to us we've had that same emotion at some point in our life. And I know, you don't want to hear it like, not me, I'm not the one, I don't get angry, I don't have judgments, I don't have, any of those things. Yeah. Until we turn out the driveway leaving church today and somebody's speeding over the speed bump, and yeah. Or we try to get that manifest in that parking space and somebody beats us to it. Oh, no, we don't have those emotions, but we do. And so we have opportunities to practice denials in order for us to do that. Now, when Nick saw the parrot, he shifted, and something shifted in him, and he was able to then see things differently than he had before. Because he can notice that it didn't have to stay the same. That it really takes something to look at things differently so that we can then be different. And we have to really, really want to be different. Especially when we have very strong emotions about, what's happening in our lives, politics, I said it. And whatever way you politic or not is fine, but we tend to get caught up in some, I don't know if you guys know what I mean. But, yeah, that's about all I'll say about it. But when we have these things, what we're looking at is having the backbone to stand. Having the backbone to stand. And there are three things that we can do in order to embrace the backbone to stand. The first is willingness, the second is affirmations, and the third is practice. The first way is with willingness to stand, and I'm going to use an example for us to look at, and that's our own bodies. Yeah? So we have our heads. Yeah? Oh, yeah, that's it. You touch it, and, don't touch my hair because it's, just got it done. Talk to me about that later. But so we have our head, and next underneath it is the spine, right? We have our neck. The neck's got the spine in there. You turn around, and here's the spine. You could do like that and touch it, but you can't really touch it because it's covered by skin and all kinds of little muscles and stuff like that. But the head is connected to the spine. And then the spine is connected to the tail. And the tail is connected to our legs. And because we have the way that all of those things work together and are connected, then we have the ability to stand. We have the ability to stand. But we have to have the willingness, though. Yeah? There are times when we are sitting down, maybe not you, and we're sitting for 3 hours. And then you get up and you're like that, and then it's like, oh, no, nobody's having that happening but me. And you really don't want to get up and stand. It's like it's more comfortable just staying put. Like this morning. And I'm up at 5 o'clock, I'm getting ready, and I'm like, it's time for coffee. And I'm like, no. And then you just have to do it, right? You have to have the willingness to stand, because otherwise you probably wouldn't at this stage of the game. You'd just rather lay down and take a nap at 5:35 in the morning. But this is the first thing that we can do in order to embrace the backbone to stand, is having willingness. And that we can use these denials and affirmations in order for us to move it forward. Now, in the 12 powers of man, which is where we take all of our powers of the month from, Charles Fillmore, the co-founder of Unity, he said this. He said, "The will moves to action all the other faculties of the mind." So it takes will, it takes willingness to want to see something different, to do something different. And when we have that willingness, then we're able to move forward. Now, Elizabeth talked about earlier when she was talking about the power of prosperity consciousness, she talked about the third basic unity principle. Often we call it thoughts held in mind, produced after their own kind. But the way that it says it in some of the literature is this: we create our experiences with our thoughts. So Nick was having this experience, and he was upset about it. I want to call it pissed offness. And he was having a little pissed offness, and maybe even a little tantrum, because he wanted what he wanted right now. It's kind of like many of us do when we're going through a drive-through. I call it the McDonald's experience. Some of us might call it the Starbucks experience. And it's like, here I am. Why do I have to stop at this window and pay for my food first, or my drink, or my coffee, or whatever it is we have? I want it right now. And then you have to wait because it's 3 cars ahead of us, and you're like, that's what we are now. We are an instant gratification kind of society, aren't we? Y'all know what I mean, right? Yeah, like you're waiting to go out there. You smell the soup. It's soup out there, those in Love Streaming Land. My wife decided, because it's National Soup Day, y'all should have soup. Please eat it. I don't want to take it home. But our mind gets to create that which we want to see. And so if we want to see, if we are affirming or at least speaking about the negative things that are happening in the world, then we'll see more of that. And so when we look at that third basic unity principle, we create our experiences with our thoughts, then we can look at something different. And so the second way that we can train our mind is with the use of affirmations. Now, Dr. Emily Cady says, goes on to say in Lessons in Truth, she wrote, to affirm anything is to assert positively that it is so, even in the face of all contrary evidence. You see, affirmations are statements of truth. It doesn't mean that they have to actually be true at that moment. It's something we get to claim. It's something we get to name. And the more that we name it, the more that we claim it, and the more that it comes into fruition. And so that is the second way to embrace the backbone to stand, is with affirmations. So we have willingness, then we have affirmations. And in our Bible verse, we're going to talk a little bit about Philippians chapter 4 and 13, where Paul wrote a letter to the people he started the church for, believers of the way. Now, let me just side note that. So in unity, we say we follow the teachings of Jesus, that he showed us the way. It is what I tend to say, and what a lot of theologians say is, we're talking about first century Christianity, where it wasn't the name Christian per se, it was followers of the way, yes? And so Jesus was Jewish. I know, those of you who don't know it, you know it, right, Elizabeth? Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, it's okay. You can take a breath if you didn't know. He was Jewish, and he wasn't going to be anything else but Jewish. And yet, he was embracing all, like we do here at Unity, that we embrace all people, the way that they come, the way that they show up, because we know that we're following the way, right? But we also follow other ascended masters, and sometimes, we may have something from someone who's still living. And so he was talking to the people who were followers of the way, and this was around the year 49. We used to call it after died, but now it's just AD, which is CE. Thank you, Jane. CE, which is the Christian era. Okay, dokie. And so he was talking to the Gentiles who were not Jewish, and this is what he said. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. And let me just give you another side note. It's not Christ like Jesus Christ the man, because Jesus' last name probably was Carpenter. I'm just saying. Ask me later if you don't. It's the Christ, the anointed one that is within everyone. And so he said, I can do all things through Christ, I'm going to say within, who strengthens me. Now, this is a statement of truth, but when I was taught about affirmations, it was suggested to me to start an affirmation off with, I am. That by using I am, it was actually connecting me with I am, like spirit, yes? Like at the burning bush when they said, I am that I am, you know it. And so connecting like that. So if I was to change it, instead of saying, I do all things through Christ who strengthens, I already gave it away. Instead of saying, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me, changing it and saying, I am doing all things through Christ who strengthens me. And listen to those words. And then I'm going to ask you to say it with me. Just listen to it for a moment. I am doing all things through Christ who strengthens me. I invite you to say it with me together, please. I am doing all things through Christ who strengthens me. When you feel that, do you feel like a vibration? Yes, when using that I am consciousness. I am. It's like am, right? Like this is who I get to be. And it's all cool because we get to be it together. But what things? Does that mean I can do all things? It does, and sometimes it doesn't, because maybe some things aren't for me to do, right? I think that's why we have this kaleidoscope of beingness in the world, is because we all had these gifts that we only came here for us to do. And if we stay sitting in the chair on the couch, the Grammys are coming on, I'm just letting you know, so you might want to do that. I don't know. Anyway, ask me later. I'll tell you who's going to be there that you might want to be excited about. But anyway, yeah. But if we get up and move, then we are able to do all things. That it is possible if we use the three things of willingness, affirmations, and the third one is the practice. So when we have the willingness, it's like, okay, I have the willingness to do it. Yep. I'm going to create an I am affirmation. I am powerful. And then what? And in order to get there, to really like get there, it takes practice. Yes? We have examples over here with our wonderful Namaste band. They don't just show up and just do. They've practiced and practiced and practiced and practiced over the years, right? And decades to be this fabulous. Like, I would love to get over there and be a pseudo bass player, and oh my goodness, if I could just be a piano player, JP, I'd be like,
You don't want to play the drums?
Of course I do. I mean, it's like the whole kit and caboodle. If I could be like Prince and play every damn instrument, I would be like I would be the badass. I'm just saying. But we have to practice, yes? And so to get like that, to get like those people who we admire, who we think they're like super awesome in their craft, we also are called to practice. So we're called to have the willingness first, and then to make some affirmations to affirm we can get there, and then to practice, yes? Take action. You know, I have 4 sons, and the tallest one is, bless you, and the tallest one, I think he's 6'3". And when he was about 15, he's in Unity, YOU, and he started making this affirmation. I am going to be 6'2". And then he started growing and growing. And the boy grew in like a matter of months, I swear to goodness. And his bones were hurting and everything. Mom, my bones hurting. I said, well, you created that affirmation, didn't you? And his body just took that action, right? And I should call him and say, hey, dude, how tall are you now? He's 36 now. But anyway, this is how we get to do that, right? That which we want to see in our lives and in the world is we get to have the willingness, we get to create affirmations, and then practice them in order to get there. That when we have this persistence and determination, then it just creates the highest and best for all of us. So when we're talking about wanting peace in the world, we have to keep saying peace. And every time we see that something's not peaceful, right, like the wars that are happening and the bombs in the sky and all that, then we get to say, nope, I know what I see, but I'm claiming peace now. And we keep doing that. And then when we do it as a collective energy, that energy radiates out and we see peace happen. We see peace talks happen. We see that it's possible even when we can't see it with our own eyeballs. In those moments, we can take a stand. In those moments, we can be like Nick and shift from I want, give me that McDonald's, give me a Starbucks coffee. I don't know, maybe some of you don't like Starbucks. Maybe you like Dunkin' Donuts. I don't know. But whatever it is, if we put that aside and we look at the willingness and creating affirmations and then practicing it, then guess what? We'll actually go to those fast stops and we'll get in quicker. I know. We'll get that parking space like I did yesterday. And I had to go down the aisle and back, and I'm like, parking space mine. And sure enough, it was like the first one. I was like, yes, did it. Manifested that parking space because my mind is trained to look at the good. Mine is trained to look at positivity. So what do we stand for? We say things like, I am a stand for peace. Want to say that with me together? I am a stand for peace. We say things like, I am a stand for possibility. Want to say that with me? I am a stand for possibility. We say other things like, I am a stand for love. And put your hand on your heart for a moment and just breathe into it right now. And think about somebody you love and appreciate. Just breathe it in. And allow these words to vibrate off your lips. I am a stand for love. Together? I am a stand for love. You feel that? Do you feel that? And we get to create these possibilities and put them out because it's radiating out from our body. Yes? It's this vibration that we get to have and we get to choose and we get to create, right? I am a stand for peace. I am a stand for possibility. I am a stand for love, doggone it. And we just know it so much that you just feel sweat popping off of your forehead or something like that because you're so excited about the possibility of how you get to be in the world, that how we get to practice it, that how we get to see it. That's why we come here. It's not just come here and watch Reverend Edith get up and do. No, don't do that. Don't do it. Practice. Practice being a stand for something. And our affirmation can assist us with getting there. I'll say it once and then invite you to say it with me. I am standing with strength to create new ways to be more positive. Together? I am standing with strength to create new ways to be more positive. Now let's just take that into our time of silence and meditation. I invite you to join me in closing your eyes, if you will. And if you would rather keep them open, I invite you to focus on one spot in the room. But there is no spot where God is not. For we have opened our consciousness as we have the willingness to create affirmations and then practice them. That we get to know that anything and everything is possible. And so we take this time to pause and be with the words, I am a stand for peace. I am a stand for possibility. I am a stand for love. And as we go into the silence, we allow these words to radiate and vibrate through our whole being. And we take on whichever one of them that resonates within us, or all. And we take this collective pause to be with that which we came here to be. Loving, generous, peaceful, affirming. In the silence, we choose I am consciousness. In the silence, we go deeper together. I am capable. I am peaceful. I am willing. I am love. And as we bring ourselves back to this space and to this moment in time, may we consider anyone who might need a little more strength, perhaps. The strength of love, the strength of possibility, the strength of peace. And I invite you to bring that name, if you will, to this space or in your own mind. May you speak the names now. The world. And as we bring ourselves back to the space, may we just know that it takes all of us to see what is possible in the world and to affirm that each of us are standing with strength and creating new ways to be more positive, that we're doing that in this affirmative way. And now I invite you to bring your energy back, bring yourself back into the space, and to know the truth of who we are, that we are who we came here to be, who we see ourselves to be, and that we are loving, and we see love everywhere we go. And so it is. And so we let it be us. Amen and namaste.
Solve the puzzles in your own sweet time. Some may have more cash than you, some may take a different view. My, oh my, yeah. You gotta be bad, you gotta be bold, you gotta be wiser. You gotta be hard, you gotta be tough, you gotta be stronger. You gotta be cool, you gotta be calm, you gotta stay together. All I know is love will save the day. Time asks no questions, it goes on without you, leaving you behind if you can't take the pace. The world keeps on spinning, can't stop it if you try to. The best part is danger, staring you in the face. Your day unfolds, challenge what the future holds. Try to keep your head up to the sky. Lovers, they may cause you tears. Go ahead and release your fears. My, oh my, yeah. You gotta be bad, you gotta be bold, you gotta be wiser. You gotta be hard, you gotta be tough, you gotta stay stronger. You gotta be cool, you gotta be calm, you gotta stay together. All I know is love will save the day. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You gotta be bad, you gotta be bold, you gotta be wiser. You gotta be hard, you gotta be tough, got to be stronger. You gotta be cool, you gotta stay calm, you gotta stay together. All I know is love will save the day. All I know is love will save the day. All I know is love will save the day.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Wow, we are so blessed, are we not? So now it's time for giving and generosity. This is time for you to share your gifts, and we are so, so grateful that we get to do this because of all your generosity, all your time, and those who share your time and your talent and your treasure. Thank you so, so much. And so we will have different ways that you can give back. You can text, you can go online, you can put in your little envelope, put a check in your little envelope and put it in the little box in the back. And thank you so, so much. Thank you so, so much. And let's affirm together that we are so prosperous. Let's affirm that we are prosperous. We are prosperous. And our offering blessing, divine love, through me, blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. And I am so grateful. And so it is. And here comes the youngins. Woohoo!
Good morning again. So, what is the power this month? Strength. Absolutely, it's strength. And what do we have in our hands?
Lions.
And why?
Because lions are, well, they can be peaceful,
Yes, because they are.
strong.
Yeah. So the whole premise is that lions are one of the most powerful creatures in the kingdom. But they can also be still and small because they're like cats, right? So anybody have a cat? Okay. So you know that sometimes they're very quiet and you walk past them and they grab your leg. Or they jump on top of the refrigerator or whatever it is that cats do. So we talked about that because strength is, what were the words we used?
Tolerance, patience, and stillness.
Yes. So with that being said, we had a lesson today with what it means to go within and use that power of strength. Jonathan had a situation, he said yesterday, where he knew he needed to stop and to breathe, right, Jonathan? Before he said or did something that he might regret. So there you have it. Today is National Homemade Soup Sunday. So out there is homemade soup. There's a vegan version and there's a chicken version with lots of vegetables, and I think I labeled everything. So there you have it out there. And then, you know, we do have, at the same time we meet, but in a whole nother space, is Next Generation Unity. And so Andrew was there with Miss Jill this morning, and actually he did something, come here, Andrew, that actually is quite well done with her. He did this drawing himself.
Yes.
it down. This basically says, Jesus says, love as God loves you.
And they looked up online, I guess, is that what you said, Miss Jill? What Jesus actually would have looked like, and that's what he's representing here. I think it's quite well done. What do you all think? Thank you. Okay, we're ready for our blessing.
I am the light of the world. I live as a light.
You are the world, you live as the light.
We
And for our closing, everybody please stand. My friends, I invite you to create more ways to be strong, to be positive, and to put that energy in the world. Have a wonderful week, everybody. Bye-bye.